Hey guys, Doom from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to Star Wars Skeleton Crew Season 1, Episode 6, titled Zero Friends Again. Relationships fray under the pressures of a difficult journey. So, I'm guessing that because of the decisions to trust Jod, which led them down into the cave of treasures from the pirate Reynolds, there's going to be some tension between Wim and Fern, because Fern never trusted him and Wim did. I don't know where Neil and KB are going to fall on that side, because, well, they each started with one respective friend, so for it to be zero friends again, that is interesting, because really, it could refer to anyone. It could be Fern, it could be KB, it could be Neil, it could be Wim, it could be Jod, because he seemed to have some liking to the kids in the fact that he never once actually hurt Fern. It was always, don't make me do this, yield. Yet he made no motion, even when she wasn't yielding, to strengthen his threat. Like, there was no pushing the blade further, like slight cuts or anything. It was just yield, which is very interesting when you think of pirates. Like, yes, pirates usually have codes, and it wouldn't be outside of the realm of don't hurt children, but it's interesting. So it could be he has zero friends again. It could be that 33 has no friends again, because he was taking a liking to the kids, but still had to follow protocol when Jod challenged him, so now the kids are gone. Who knows? But we'll probably find out in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, great. So that's coming up this episode. I still reckon that KB the corrosion about the steam, and she got a face full of steam. I wonder how that's going to play. Because I've been wondering since we first met her parents, what her medical issues are. So I have a feeling we're going to find out. And it's probably why she has the visor. Oh, great, they got separated. This is giving real Ice Age vibes. At least they all ended up together. What's that on her visor? So she's got some bad mods, eh? Really, Jod? That's twice now he's been disabled. Which one's name was Beef? I knew she would be able to clock it. This reminds me of that meme where it's like crab, 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 hand. So they traded friends, eh? I mean, Kiwi's blow up does make sense. Fern hasn't really been asking other opinions, but she is also the leader and a child. You know he's got something big if he's running out his last appeal time. Not the voice I was expecting out of that species. Exactly. Yes. How is he as a captain though? That's about as fair a ruling as you could hope for. Well, it's probably better to have that happen in a tech junkyard than high up on this cliffside. Is it not living in the real world herself or living in the world outside herself? She's ma- Okay, that's interesting. Making a cast in the ground. I don't know what that cup was made of, but I don't think he should be able to hold um, molten metal. Is she glowing, or is that just odd reflection from the light? Maybe maybe sit there for a little and make a couple spares just in case. Yep. Let's cut it off to the tip or to the um, impound lot. A giant enemy crab. Hello, Tamatoa. Now they just reminded me of a mix between the Winions from Epic the Musical and the Acromantulas from Harry Potter. Oh, where's Neil? Ah, he was there. Then where's Fern? Is it the crab? Do any of you remember how to fly? Wim, get to the gunner seat. Really using all the skills they've acquired. Um, was that her power? The detonation button. You don't exactly have a choice. It just shattered the outer plating of it. Turn it back into the ship it once was, by the looks of it. That does look like a lot nicer of a ship than it did with the armor. Oh, that was a Bryce one. Well, I'm glad to see that she's still doing this, even after the reaction from a lot of people towards her episode with Jack Black and that. Now, this was a lot more character driven, which after the way episode 5 ended, that's a good thing. We've now got both teams heading towards Aden, both with knowledge of where it is. So that's could be an issue where they're both going to show up at the same time, and then who knows. But yeah, so I liked it. I liked the little trash crabs, even though they did turn out to be betraying them. it very was a Aragog's lair scene where they thought they were going there for help, then all of a sudden, nope, you're here to feed us. And yeah, but the way they were just chanting food, food, reminded me of the Winions from what song is it? First song of the not Ocean, the Ocean Saga. Well, the second song. That's gonna annoy me till I find it. It's Open Arms. It's still part of the Troy Saga. Oh yeah. It's when they're on the land of the Lotus Eaters. Just the way they were chanting food. There was also definitely that meme video of a diver underwater with a bunch of little crabs around going crab, 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 hand, scared, scared, and as they all run away. Finding out that KB's her visor is also seemingly powering her central nervous system. So she's got her accident had something to do with seemingly paralyzing her. And if she's not kept under maintenance, then it'll shut down her whole body, which would be scary, especially for a kid. But I do wonder if we're going to find out what her accident was, or if it's just a we have this character, we know she was in an accident, we don't need to see it because this is KB now. We don't need to see the KB who was, because all that matters is KB now. Which, if that's the way they're doing, is a good message. It was interesting to see that Jod, or Silvo, or whatever you want to call him, he seemed to have at least one person on his side from the old crew before he was able to plead his case more, because he seemed to notice that, well, he did notice she wasn't cheering along at his sentencing like everyone else was, and then she's the one who mentioned the rules of equal time and that. So interesting. I do have to wonder how this is going to end, because, well, I don't know. I still don't know how to read Jod, which is good for a character like this. Because, yeah, he's done some bad shit. He's also been a pirate for seemingly decades. But on the other hand, he also has gone out of his way to risk himself for these kids. Yes, that was selfishly motivated, but he still did it. And I don't know how to read him. But, yeah. This episode just made me appreciate KB more. Much like how episode 4 made everyone appreciate Neil more. Fern seemingly has learned to look outside herself with her leadership, in the way that KB was saying that she didn't want to tell Fern that she couldn't do something because Fern doesn't have the patience for it. Yet we also get shown, almost immediately after, Fern taking the time to make what's the word? Accommodations for someone who can't do what she can, so that they will both be able to complete the task. So it shows that, yes, Fern was acting wrong in the way that she's always ordering as a leadership. She's never asking opinions of other people. It also shows that KB was wrong in thinking that her friend wouldn't be willing to make accommodations for her just because she physically can't do something. And I think when Neil called out to her saying, I don't have legs like you, I can't do what you do, a part of Fern did realize, oh, this is a similar blow up to what KB just had. I wonder if this is what she was wanting to say, but also not willing to say. Which is also good for a character. And Wim finally getting a win. Of course, yes. Well, he got a win in that he was technically the hero of the day. He saved KB's life. Yet, yes, he was panicked the whole time, but that doesn't diminish his abilities. In fact, it actually gives more credit to him for being able to do it despite being so scared, because bravery is not the absence of fear, it's doing what is necessary despite the fear. And Wim showed that in this episode. And yes, it was immediately taken away from him by, hey, these trash crabs aren't actually the ones you should be listening to, but he still got a win. And that is the thing that I've noticed with a lot of Bryce's episodes. They do seem to be more character driven. Like, they explore the characters, build on their arcs. Because if we see what episodes of The Book of Boba Fett, Return of the Mandalorian, which one was that? Obviously, that's the one with the Mandalorian, but what episode specifically? I just want to see if what I was saying is correct. It's the one that starts with the meat shop, where he's dealing with the weight of the Darksaber, where he gets banished from the Order and learns about what happened to Mandalore. That was a very character-driven episode. There's the Palimoto, where she's working on the speeder, not the speeder, the N1. Yeah, like I said, this was a very character-driven episode of The Book of Boba Fett, directed by Bryce. If we go over to The Mandalorian, where I think she's had one in each season. Season 1, Episode 4, Sanctuary. No, wait, that was Season 3, Episode 4. Season 1, Episode 4, Sanctuary. That was the Cara Dune one where they were protecting the village, where he basically settles down for a time, and it's a very character driven episode. Season 2, episode 3, which is The Heiress. That's the one with the frog person, and that's also the introduction of Bo-Katan, I'm pretty sure. Is it? Hang on, I just gotta scroll through that one. No, wait, this is after the one with the frog. Yeah, this is the one with all the squid people where they betray him to try and steal the child, where he's meeting Bo-Katan and her crew for the first time. Again, very character driven, but also that one had the big set piece of raiding the Imperial ship. So, not as in I'm really blanking on words. Not in the as in the same pattern, but so it makes sense that this one was about building the characters more than just progressing the plot, because plot wise nothing much really did happen in this episode. Like, they barely got to their ship, and really by the end of it the ship was just brought to them. So yeah, anyway, I like this episode. As I've said, I like more character driven stories, so it's interesting to see how people react to this. But anyway, I'm going to end this one here. I'll catch you in the next one.